Have you ever heard a story so incredible it sounds like it is straight out of a movie? Well, get ready. Because today's story is one of those. It's a tale about unwavering hope, the unbreakable bond between a human and their dog, and a reunion a decade in the making. This is the story of Boozer, the boxer, who came home after 10 years. Our story begins in 2012, in the quiet town of Lone Tree, Colorado. A man named Lloyd and his beloved boxer, Boozer, were inseparable. Boozer was more than just a pet. It was family. He was a goofy, loyal companion who filled Lloyd's home with joy and slobbery kisses. They did everything together: walks in the park, lazy afternoons on the couch, you name it. Boozer was a fixture in Lloyd's life, a constant source of happiness. Then, one day, the unthinkable happened. Lloyd was in the process of moving. Amid the chaos of boxers and packing tape, Boozer, who was about 1.5 years old at the time, somehow slipped out. Lloyd searched everywhere. He called Boozer's name until his voice was hoarse. He plastered lost dog flyers all over town, his heart sinking with every passing hour. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. Lloyd never stopped looking, never stopped hoping. He checked local shelters regularly, scoured online forums, and followed up on any lead, no matter how slim. But there was no sign of Boozer. The silence was deafening. For most people, after a few years, hope might start to fade. It's a painful reality that many lost pets are never found. Lloyd eventually had to accept a heartbreaking possibility that he might never see his best friend again. He even moved from Colorado to Alabama, hundreds of miles away, starting a new chapter in his life, but always carrying a Boozer-shaped hole in his heart. The years rolled by 5, 7, 9 years. An entire decade passed. Then, in the summer of 2021, something truly unbelievable occurred. A stray boxer was found wandering near the Foothills Animal Shelter in Golden, Colorado. The dog was older, his muzzle grayed with age, but he was friendly and clearly had been someone's pet once upon a time. The shelter staff did what they always do. They scanned him for a microchip. And bingo, there was a hit. The microchip contained information that was 10 years out of date. It led them to a disconnected phone number and an old address in Lone Tree. But it also had a name, Boozer, and it had an owner's name, Lloyd. The shelter staff, determined to solve this mystery, turned into detectives. They dug through old records and public databases, trying to piece together where Boozer's owner might be now. It was a long shot, but they refused to give up on this old dog. Finally, they found a possible match: Lloyd living all the way in Alabama. They picked up the phone, their fingers crossed. When Lloyd answered, he was completely stunned. He listened as the shelter worker explained they had a boxer named Boozer, found as a stray, and the microchip traced back to him. At first, Lloyd was in disbelief. Could it really be him after 10 long years? It seemed impossible. But as the shelter staff described the dog's distinct markings and gentle nature, a wave of emotion washed over him. It had to be his Boozer. Lloyd didn't hesitate. He immediately booked a flight from Alabama back to Colorado. Can you even imagine that plane ride? The anticipation, the nerves, the overwhelming hope. 10 years of wondering, 10 years of heartache, all leading to this one moment. When Lloyd walked into the Foothills Animal Shelter, the staff brought Boozer out to meet him. The dog, now an old man of nearly 12, looked up at the stranger. For a moment, there was just quiet observation. Boozer tilted his head, sniffing the air. And then, it happened. A spark of recognition flickered in his old eyes. His tail started to give a slow, hesitant wag, then picked up speed. He started whining and nudging Lloyd's hand, his whole body wiggling with a joy he hadn't shown since he arrived at the shelter. It was him. It was his dad. Lloyd dropped to his knees, tears streaming down his face as he hugged the dog he thought he'd lost forever. All those years of pain and uncertainty melted away in that one embrace. Boozer licked his face, just like he used to do, covering him in happy, slobbery kisses. The shelter staff watched, misty-eyed, as they witnessed a miracle. The prodigal dog had returned. The reunion was a testament to the power of a microchip and the dedication of animal shelter workers. Without that tiny chip, Boozer would have been just another anonymous stray. And without the shelter's incredible detective work, he never would have found his way back to the person who had never, ever given up on him. So, where had Boozer been all this time? That part of the story remains a mystery. He was in good health for his age, suggesting that someone had likely taken him in and cared for him over the years. Perhaps he had another family, another life we'll never know about. But whatever his journey was, it ultimately led him right back to where he belonged. Lloyd brought Boozer home to Alabama to live out his golden years. They quickly fell back into their old rhythm, as if no time had passed at all. Boozer spent his days napping in sunbeams, enjoying gentle walks, and soaking up every moment of love and attention from the person he had been separated from for a decade. Their reunion, though bittersweet because of the lost time, was a beautiful final chapter to their story. This incredible tale of Boozer and Lloyd is more than just a feel-good story. It's a powerful reminder of a few important things. First, the bond we share with our animals can withstand anything, even time and distance. That love is a powerful force. Second, it highlights the absolute importance of microchipping your pets. A microchip is a permanent form of identification, a lifeline that can reunite you with a lost family member, even after a decade. And finally, it shines a light on the amazing, tireless work that animal shelters and their volunteers do every single day to create happy endings like this one. They are the true heroes in these stories. So, if you have a pet, please go get them microchipped and make sure your contact information is always up to date. You never know when that tiny piece of technology might bring your best friend home. Boozer's story is a beautiful, powerful reminder that you should never, ever give up hope. Miracles can and do happen. Thank you so much for watching and sharing in this incredible journey with us. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs a little reminder that the impossible can sometimes become possible. And do you want to forget to subscribe for more amazing stories that celebrate the incredible connections we share with animals? We'll see you in the next video.